Starting sometime between 2005 and 2008, two men claimed to have invented a revolutionary way of generating electricity. Using molded Fresnel cells, the same thing used in old overhead projectors, Meldon Johnson claimed he had designed a proprietary method of manufacturing these lenses using cheap lucite that could last 100 years. As you can see, they didn't. What we see here is almost 20 years of exposure to the arid environment found in Millard County. The lenses would supposedly track the sun through the day and focus the sun's rays into a receiver hanging below to heat an undisclosed fluid. This fluid would then be pumped into a heat exchanger to boil water that would then spin a small bladeless turbine generator. Millard County didn't even know about the project until federal inspectors stepped in. Inspectors discovered that not only was the project never connected to the power grid, there was no evidence it had ever produced even a single watt of electricity. The project was funded by private investors purchasing plastic lenses at around $1,000 each. Over 50,000 of these lenses were purchased, but only about 500 were ever installed. In 2018, Johnson was fined $50 million and sent to prison. Sometimes called Utah's Stonehenge. In the 1920s, A.H. Hood proposed a wind turbine built on top of an extinct volcano. Unlike modern turbines that stand vertically, Hood's design sat horizontally. The pillars you see here were to hold tracks that the turbine would spin along. Instead of electricity, the project went bankrupt and Hood was convicted of mail fraud. The exact method of how this would work are unknown, as no blueprints have ever been discovered. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Moab was rapidly becoming the outdoor recreation capital of the Southwest. Adjacent to major stops like Arches National Park, a private developer saw a great opportunity to build a world-class tramway to bring tourists 750 feet up the sandstone cliffs to offer a panoramic view of the area. A massive legal battle between the city, the county, and the investors lasted for years, and the gondola never saw a single customer. John Hiram Koyle was born in 1864 in Spanish Fork, Utah. In 1894, he claimed to have had a dream in which a heavenly visitor showed him a vast ancient mine filled with treasure. He was instructed to reopen the mine and dig new tunnels that would provide relief for the LDS Church during times of hardship. Relying on faith rather than geology, hundreds of locals bought stock and volunteered to dig. The mine never produced a speck of precious ore. Mining continued until the 1960s when they encountered a capstone they couldn't drill through. Today, the property is maintained by the Relief Mine Company, who operate a gravel pit and small orchard nearby. The property is clearly marked no trespassing, and police have been known to fine people for trying to get closer. If you're enjoying the content I'm making, be sure to hit subscribe. Thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you on the road.